They think you're a bully, Robbie. I'm just going to say straight up. They think you're a bully.
Well, it's good to be honest on the app. It's good to not be fake. Like, it's like, you know, I'm just being honest the way I think of things. I'm not like I'm not going to hide it. Like,
You know, we're all in quarantine. Do you think you'd have as much time to be making TikToks?
I might stop. Like, I don't know. I might not keep going. Like. Tell me you don't find that stuff cringy.
If you don't know who Robbie Finnerty is, you've been living under a TikTok rock for the past 3 months. This guy's taken the app by storm by duetting some of the biggest TikTokers on the platform and calling them out. He was recently on Robert Sujan's YouTube channel doing an interview.
Like, they just get very annoyed by it because not much gets to me.
I felt there was some topics that weren't addressed in Robert's interview, and I felt like Robert was too soft with him and didn't actually ask him the more important questions, such as, does he see what he is doing as bullying? What does he have to say about his worst TikToks? I wanted to just address these questions, get his opinion on it. So I just hopped on a Zoom with him. I'm gonna roll that interview there, and then we're gonna come back for some conclusions. So like, for people who don't know who you are, like, who are you, what age are you, what are you doing, and yeah, how would you describe yourself?
I'm Robbie Finnerty. I'm 18 today actually, and
Oh, happy birthday!
yeah, I got done with a cake badly. They came out, cake in my face. Yeah, it's more of a gap here. Like, I just, you know, I'll make a few TikToks on the side, like, to crack when I'm bored and that, just to wind a few people up.
You've gotten a load of attention like the past 2 or 3 months, and what I found interesting is that there's obviously a lot of people who put stuff in the comments about people's videos, but you decided to actually respond to their content. Like, so what inspired you to do that? Like,
just you know, the videos they're making. To be honest, it has gotten my nerves the way they get so many views on such cringy sort of videos. That I know I'm not the only one who's thinking it as well. So that's why I know it's sort of relatable to make videos you get.
Yeah.
I know what people sort of agree with me. But yeah, just basically. Mainly the cringy videos it's like duetting them.
And so as a result of that, a lot of big ones have blocked you.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I guess to put a bit of context on it, if you go back through some of your TikToks, Lil Gang Sign, he's like one of the biggest TikTokers. You call him a gay boy. Like, you can be critical of people, I guess, but why in those ones did you choose to have what a lot of people would call like just silly comments rather than criticism?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like,
no,
the thing is that you can delete them if you want, you know what I mean? If you wanted people to just think of you as critical rather than being a bully.
Yeah, no, them videos, I shouldn't have made them ones. They were too far. I realise that now, like, I probably should delete them. I should have even thought about it, but them videos were, I definitely shouldn't have went that far, to be fair. That was too far. There's no need for that now.
You obviously believe in your viewpoint about telling, you know, just giving your opinion, because if you didn't, you would have backed down ages ago, because there's a lot of people who want to lynch you, basically. So why do you think that's its importance?
To give my opinion, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's good to be honest on the app. It's good to not be fake. Like, it's like, you know, I'm just being honest the way I think of things. I'm not going to hide it like some people do, if you know what I mean. They're not going to make much bad videos about people. Like, that's the way I feel, so I like making videos about it, like.
Who are your favourite TikTokers then? Like, I know you've put up that you like Ryan Maher. I think people will be interested to know, like, who do you actually think makes good content?
A few decent Irish now. Ryan Maher. Dennis Sullivan makes some funny videos. Jeronic can be. Is it Jeronic? I think his name is.
I don't know him, but yeah.
He makes funny enough videos. So he's sort of new to TikTok, but he's funny enough. Who else?
And is there anybody who you think, like, because I think you can go through someone's TikTok feed and you could find like TikTok, but there's good ones as well. I think that's the same with everybody. Is there anybody who is there anybody who you've duetted who you actually think they make a lot of good TikToks, but you just duetted the one that was shit? Or do you think the TikTokers you don't like?
I'd never do that. Like, I'd never make a duet. Like, if I found one bad video and I liked it, do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't make the video at all. Like, because if you like someone, you like someone. Like genuinely, the people I make duets of, they just get on my nerves. Like that's why I do it. If I like them in any way, I wouldn't do it. Like.
And like in school and stuff, are you that character in real life? Like, do you like to troll people in your, like, are you just like,
no, because people don't go on like that, and the way, like, I don't know, some Irish TikTokers, I find them just very cringy. Like, I don't think things like that happens in school. My friends don't go on like that. Like.
But in terms of like just in school, like, are you the class clown type thing, or are you a quiet guy, or how would you describe yourself?
Yeah, I'm not a quiet guy. I'd be more of a messer sort of like.
Just to be straight up, there's a lot of TikTokers who, like, when I texted them about, like, I texted people to say, what would you ask Robbie? And a lot of them, they're just like really angry because they think you're a bully, Robbie. I'm just gonna say it straight up. They think you're a bully. So like, what would you say? What would you say to that? That's what I'm interested in.
Like, alright, Dave. Like, I haven't called a bully. I get that, but like, I wouldn't comment on someone's appearance or anything like a lot of people do. Even about me. Like, I have people comment on the I look whatever, or I've seen videos of people making videos with other people, completely commenting on how they look and all that, and they continuously do it. Like, but it's just the fact I gained so many views that like it's so known now. I'm so sort of like known on the app, like that people see me as a bully, if you get me.
But I think, so you say there that you don't slag people's appearance, but like you have, as I said before, you've called a guy Down syndrome, and you said you wanted to slap a gay boy. So I know that's not their appearance, but that's
I know, but that's I haven't continued to do that. I've done that, but like it's one time. It's not continuous. Like, you know what I mean?
So you think like if you were doing that over and over and over again, that's
bullying. Like,
yeah, right.
Obviously, it's not. That's still not acceptable. I shouldn't have made them videos. It was when I started off. I didn't really realize how big the answer was or how many views I would get. I didn't really think of the outcome. I shouldn't have obviously said that about them. But obviously after, I stopped doing that, and it was wrong. I did get that. Like, it was just the one time,
Some people find it very funny of your critique of other TikTokers or what they'd label as hate. Other people would say you're making people feel bad. Like, I definitely know if you made a video saying you wanted to slap me, I'd feel quite hurt by that.
Yeah.
Like, do you think about that when you're posting them, or is it after that you think about it?
No, like, yeah, I do obviously think about that. Like, are you on about them 2 videos I made about the gang friends?
Well, sorry, I don't mean specifically that, but I mean like any video where it could come across as like more than criticism. It's more personal than that.
I don't feel like imitating someone's actions is personal. You know what I mean? Like, that's mainly. I'm not doing much more than that. Like, them 2 videos you said, fair enough. Too fair.
And I did pick out 2 out of your last 50 videos, so let's be clear about that as well.
Yeah. So, like, with the other people, I'm basically just imitating their actions. Like, so it's not that bad. It's innocent enough. Like obviously, they probably is offensive to them, but I mean, there's way worse stuff been done in the app. Going on the way it looks, like more people doing that. But as I said, like, I think it's just because I've made such a sort of
name for yourself. And are you happy with that name? Do you want to be known as that guy?
No, I'm not. Obviously not. Like, but I didn't think people would take it that far to think I'm that much of a bully when basically imitating their actions mainly. Like, I suppose I shouldn't be doing that either. But like, it's just the way I do it. Like, it's just the way it goes.
Bullying has a definition, and I think you ride the line, because some of your actions say that it was bullying, and sometimes you could say it's just criticism. And I think the only thing I'd say to you is, like, be conscious of where that line lies, and I think just be conscious of that there is a line to cross where some people can't take it as a joke. Like, some people get really affected by it, and it could really hurt their feelings, and it goes beyond people thinking you're a dickhead, and unfortunately that's something that they probably won't put online. They might just be in their room feeling really sad about themselves. So
I know.
Didn't mean to go on a rant there, but
no, it's okay. Like, that's why I've Can you hear me right there?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that's why I started making videos is bad. I'm not even really duetting people much anymore. Or, you know, like, it's been a good while ago since I made proper, really, really bad duetting someone.
And I think, to be honest, man, I think if you really didn't give a shit, you wouldn't do this interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you really didn't give a shit, you wouldn't want to talk about anything that you've done. And the fact that you're willing to chat with me, I think, speaks volumes. Like, so.
And do you make TikTok? Do you never make TikTok, or do you just do YouTube?
Yeah, I did. Well, I don't make them anymore. Basically, what happened was last summer I went to America, and I went with my best friend Dara and another guy called Peter, and I was like to Dara, let's just make 2 TikToks a day. So I went onto the app, and 3 days in I got a viral one by making like Irish relatable content. And even though I didn't really like the content, I had 3 rules. I wanted it to be very relatable, I wanted it to be Irish, and I had to have a good punchline. And I didn't really care if it came across as cringy, because all I cared about was like, could little kids relate to it? And I basically got to 20k in 2 weeks. And then after that, I was like, I just didn't really like my content as much. I was like, these are, and even I go back on it now, and like, I don't have that many TikToks, like maybe 40 or 50, but there's like 5 that I think are actually very funny. Now I prefer to do YouTube because it's like more meaningful and interesting, and I think it's more real, like, yeah. So would you ever do YouTube stuff, or do you think like TikTok is infinitely easier than making a YouTube video? I'll give you that much.
Oh, I did, so yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know.
You're not thinking about it too much.
And you have, I'd say YouTube is a lot harder to get, you know, views and subscribers, you know.
Well, like, it's harder, but you know, the way you went about your growing your TikTok, there's people who've done that with YouTube as well, like, maybe not the exact, yeah, like, there's a guy called Greg Doucette who, he would, like,
I know, well,
yeah, I love him, man, I love him, like,
he's decent, yeah.
I wouldn't put you guys in the same category, but you're in the same lane, roughly, like,
yeah, Greg Doucette, he does, some kind of, oh yeah, no, he does the fitness stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. He's ripped.
Oh man, he's a beast, like.
Yeah, I love his videos are good.
But like the tactic that you did and he did is sort of the same. Like you take a big name and you duet the big name basically, and that's how you grow. So, like I'm not amazing at it. Like I've been doing it for 4 years and I'm only on 15k and I only get like 2k views a video, which is grand. But like,
can you make, say now if you get like a big video on YouTube, can you make money off that? Like it's all about watch time, isn't it? Or how does it work?
It's about CPM. So it's like depending on the content you make, you could be earning anywhere from $1 per 1,000 views up to like $35 per 1,000 views. It just depends on your content. So mine's insanely low because I don't really care about like with the YouTube money. I don't care about it because I don't make any. But if I had a finance channel, you could make a lot of money. Like you could make $30 per 1,000 views. Like imagine even say Rob Zajan's channel. Even if he's getting 30k, 40k views a month, €35 per 1,000 views. That's like €1,200. So
is he getting that?
No, he's not. No, he's not. But like, if you had a finance channel where the ads they could run is like 4x trading, people will make more money off that than like, random ads. So
yeah, how does that work? How do you have a finance channel?
You make videos you telling people how to make money. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Or like a trading channel. So you might not get a lot of views, but the ads that you could serve. Like if you're a Forex trader or whatever, and if I click your link and it signs me up for like a €400 course, then like it would make a lot more sense that you'd make money on those ads rather than selling. Like I don't even know what ads would come up on my my laptop. Like if it's UCD ads because I got a UCD, like they're not selling digital products. You're not going to make a lot of money off my ads, So
yeah, I get you. Yeah.
So Robbie, there could be lots of money in it for you. You never know.
With like 20K on TikTok.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for the interview. I'll let you know when the video goes up, and it'll be a real clickbaity title anyway, that's for sure.
Yeah, okay, that's grand.
Okay, sweet. Right, see you soon, big man.
Yeah.
Thanks a million. So that was the interview. I think a few interesting things came out of it. Robbie doesn't see what he is doing as bullying. What he sees as bullying would be if he was continually harassing or continually making content about a specific person. He sees making one video about it just within his right to voice his opinion. He also admitted that some of the stuff he did was stupid. I personally don't agree with some of the stuff he's put up, but I think it's unfair to say that all of his stuff is just hate, because some of his TikToks are funny and some of them do poke fun at some of the quirks that TikTokers have. I think it's cool the way he's saying stuff as he sees it, but I think if he conducted it in a way that wasn't disparaging to other people, then he'd have some more respect. Only time will tell how Robbie's content changes. Robbie might not want to fucking make TikToks anymore. He's a young lad, he's in 5th year, he works in a shop, he plays Ga. He's just like the rest of us. Our interests change all the time. So only time will tell how his content changes. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want to see something next, then comment down below.